Good day and welcome, motherfuckers. Welcome. Welcome to whatever the fuck this is. Is it a Wednesday? You bet your ass it's a Wednesday. Wait, that's when you're going to be watching it. This is a Tuesday. Or is it? I don't know. It's like 9 o'clock. I'm fucking tired. Whatever. Let's just do this shit. So the last video I put out was long. This video, not as much. That's why we're doing it. I feel that the last one was like twice the length of a normal video. So we're gonna speed this shit up just a little bit for you guys. So this is me going back to what I climbed out of iron with last season. The old Swain support. Is it good? No. Is it something I enjoy playing? Yes. And that's why we do it. If I didn't enjoy playing it, I wouldn't fucking play it. So the blue side is a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. They got some nasty combo shit going on. I mean, you're looking at a Rengar in the top lane. Interesting pick, actually quite good into the Kayle early, just because the Kayle is melee. At least that's a matchup on paper, right? Kayle took Flash TP, Essential, press the attack, that's the build, good shit. Rengar with Conqueror, which is kind of odd. I think the Electrocute might have been a bit better of a build, but the Conqueror's still not bad on him. And of course, to combo along with that is the Ivern in jungle. I mean, he starts popping out those bushes, and he can just let Rengar skip the fuck ahead real fast, real scary. We've got a Nunu jungle. Nunu's busted as shit, guys. Like, Nunu is brain dead as fuck. Make a snowball and run at people all game long and just get kills. People don't ward enough in this elo. You play Nunu, you'll just camp everybody all the time. It's grossly good. Blue side's got an Electrocute Zed. Zed's a bit of a power pick in this elo. Actually, a lot of elos actually got a pretty high tier rating. It's not like crazy good or nothing, but it's still good. Because again, he's manaless, he synergizes really good with the new items. He's a bitch to deal with. You put Dustblade Collector on him, and he's a nightmare at that 2-item spike. Get the Edge Darkness yet too, or Edge of Night, and it's just nutty. We've got an Ahri with Electrocute. I like Ahri. I love playing Ahri. She's one of my favorite mids, but she's not strong. And then they've got a Yasuo who's being played a lot in the ADC in the bot lane these days. Zyra combo. Again, this is the wombo because Zyra puts down that ult and you get this monstrous AoE knockup into a Zed ult. It's scary as shit. And we've got a Sivir Swain. There is no synergy between Sivir and Swain. She has no CC that I could use my passive for pulls on, and I give her no benefits either. I had first pick. My ADC was like, what do you want me to play? I'm like, play something you want to try. And they're like, alright, I'll go for Synergy. And Sivir was the answer. It's fucking not. So let's get this shit show on the road now that we've done a little bit of a breakdown. Also, it's press the attack Sivir, and my question is, why? Lethal Tempo, way better. Electrocute Zyra is okay. I prefer the Comet for the early lane presence. Conqueror on Yasuo, again, is quite stock standard. So,
welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Love that this camera's just said, fuck it, we're not moving. Alright. So, Kayle's doing the thing that I hate, which is standing right at their tower, doing absolutely fuck all. Yas and Zed are just kind of chilling here. I'm at least standing in a bush, guarding something, standing at the tower. Again, this is so fucking invadable, and I know Ivern isn't known for his invades, but he can do it. But he normally doesn't like it. Like, he doesn't need leashes and all that kind of shit, right? But even their team is doing absolutely no fucking, like, there's no... Somebody should be standing there. Should be standing there. Should be standing there and should be standing there. Like, come on. Like, full point defense. But nothing. So, I was just Being the only person fucking warning. When you're Swain, you start E. Just so you know, start E. It's by far the most important thing to start. E into Q if you're looking for a quick trade. I've got my stuff hotkeyed, so I can actually do that shit pretty quick. Otherwise, E into W is totally fine if you're not looking for that level 2. Sivra's actually got a not terrible level 2. But yes, and Zyra have a good level 2. So let's follow me along and see what the fuck we end up doing. Zoom out. So I am making sure to not last hit jack shit. That's a douche move. I don't have the Spoils of War item, so there's no point in me last hitting anything. I'm just stealing CS. Don't do that. If you take Spell Thief, you're looking to poke. Get that double root, and you see how quick that was? Okay, I'm getting there. Slow it down. I'm about to hit 2. I see this. Hit the root, the minion goes down, instant level up into the booth. After the pullback hits, and now they're chunked. The ass is chunked, Sivra gets that bouncing Q. We're feeling good about that. I know the standard Swain lane rules when your support is to go electrocute. I don't like it as much. Hit him with the root, pop, goes the weasel with the quick Q. This would not have happened if I would have done the W start, but you can abuse that on a melee champion like Yasuo. If it was a standard ADC, I would have gone with the W. And 2 goes down with the quick ignite. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. At this point, my server was flaming me for taking the kills, but let's be honest, what did she fucking do for any of that? Nothing. That was me, like, from start to fucking finish. So, sometimes you throw out the W for a little bit of harass, but the range on it is obscene. Use it to scope dragon, use it to scope if there might be on a camp. Like when yours is up, check theirs. Keep a track on the enemy jungler. Don't let yourself get ganked, right? Like keep things moving. Right now, I got a ward through here. Because Ivern hasn't popped up, and quite honestly, if Ivern does show up, we're far enough ahead that I'm not actually that worried about a gank from him. I'm really not. We are higher in CS. Windwall's down. Now that Windwall is down, that's a pretty long cooldown, and it's going to be not terrible to play around it. So now I'm able to actually pop at least a little bit. Get that heal back with the W going off. It gives you a little bit of health, which is kind of nice to keep yourself going a little bit. I want to try and push this in, but I just realized that another wave is coming, so we can't launch it in because I really want to reset and spend some gold, but I need to make sure that this wave's down. Sorry, it hits me with the root. I ended up snagging a frickin' plant instead of her, because that's how it works, right? The root's like the last thing hit. So, the timing on it's pretty important. But now that I've popped 4, yes, I'm low health. But if she misplays this, I'm able to get the root into the pull, into the hit. I get the heal coming in from the Sivir. Nunu's coming down without a snowball for some reason. This... Oh man, that was an accident that I stole that kill. Okay, I can see why she'd be a little pissed on that. I didn't need to throw an E, but I was worried about him getting out, because he did have flash of the heal. And... right, you got flash and heal. There's a chance if he full tilt fucking lives through that, and that's not good. So I'm able to get Lost Chapter. That's a really good boost for my dueling potential. Ari is down into the Zed. Zed still got 1 charge on refillable, took longsword start. Rengar hasn't burned anything. I'm not really sure what the fuck is going on top, but from the looks of it, it's just a whole lot of nothing getting accomplished. Rengar being up in farm. Kale should hit 6 soon. This Rango just does not seem to know when to jump, and for some reason the Ivern is not yanking. He's not really doing anything. So Kale hits 6. That's a big boost. So I dropped Control Ward just to make sure I could set this up, because I saw the Nunu was coming down. Now that this is happening, I can get a little bit. Nunu sees turns. Sivir sees and turns. Nunu's coming in with the snowball. They get the kill off onto the Zyra. This means that there's a limited chance that they can turn any of this around. I'm actually still really healthy. Now we see Ivern up top. In other words, this, good ult timing, Kale. Very good. So, with Ivern up there, this Dragon's free as fuck. Completely free. There's nothing that can happen to it. Easy peasy, right? So now Nunu's got the snowball and he's ready to hit lane again. Nunu and Swain combo so well because if he tags somebody with the snowball, he doesn't hear it. I can knock them back, right? Really clutch wind wall for the Yasuo. If that didn't happen, he was dead. I've also been roaming enough to give the Sivir a very sizable XP advantage because I'm up in gold. And popped him like nothing again. Now I'm 5. I did use Ignite on that. Yasuo is at least pinging these things out. He healed, but he died with Flash because he got caught into the root chain, right? So my Sivir's got a definite level advantage, which is good. That's what we want. They cleared out my pink, so I have to reward a bit. I do have enough to get my ward, so I do have Frostbang, so I'm warding for this. So I am going to want to, on my next back, swap it out for the red orb. Because I put that ward down into their try, not just this, but over here, so you can get advantage of it. I see the Ivern, so we pull back. If I was level 6 as well, we would have faked this and stayed, because my ult up for 6, even if Ivern comes in with just these boots, we're going to win that fight. Pop his shield, get a little bit of the extra passive bonus, 85 bonus health, it's good enough. I'm good with it. I'm getting 6, I am not there yet. Do the Q max. You don't max E even though you start with it, because it's very you're trying to fish with it, but you're not like dueling around with it. Whereas this is coming back a lot faster. It's cone damage. It's going to hit harder. It's going to hit better. So I just went for the quick roam in case they need to be top, but they already finished it off. I've got 6. If they want to engage, that's what I want. Quite honestly. If you engage into a Swain at 6 with his ult up, and you're at pretty much even levels and items, Swain's going to win that shit. The Nunu's coming in with the snowball. We got the root down on the Sivir. He just sort of throws it in. We don't really want to tower dive this. I do get the pull, miss that, tank the free shot. Here's the thing. Swain ult gives you health. I want to bait this. If I can land an E, even at this low health, now they're going to feel a little bit more cautious, but we still got Nunu here. We want them to all in us. Sivir's moving up to bait this in because the Ivern was coming. Ult goes down. I'm now just kind of frying. Everybody, look at my health go up because I took Conqueror and I just popped them like a fucking bag of potato chips. Like nothing, right? So now I was like 2 bars. I'm at basically full off that Conqueror proc, right? Because of how quick your ult stacks it. Which is why it's really, really nice. I know people like going into the DPS Swain build. You go Leandries into like Demonic Embrace. And that seems fun. That's a great item. It is really good, don't get me wrong. But into a team with Rengar, Zed, and Yasuo, the item that I'm going to be rushing is Zhonya's. Because you're still going to get healed in your ult if you're in stasis in the middle of that fight. Plus the extra, like, going Seekers is just so strong. At this point, I have enough gold to get my Leanders. Once Leandres is in, my damage potential is completely monstrous. We are 5k up at 11 minutes. This is pretty rough. Yasuo can do some chip stuff in because the Sivir is low health and the Zyra is here, but the Zyra is only level 5. She loses Flash for it. They're able to do some shit again. I'm on my way back. Sivir hasn't back for the items. You can tell how far ahead I am from this. The fact that she's got Just Lost Chapter and Boots, and I've got completed Mythic already. So I'm going to take care of this ward again. I don't really want to go because my Sivir's recalling. Both of them are here, and I don't have eyes on either. This I'm doing, literally, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking to myself, I'm probably going to die. But they didn't roam up. They're going to take my, red, or my troll ward, I'm pretty sure. But for some reason they're not, because he's decided to back. She uses the plants to go in there and check it out, which is actually pretty smart. Again, I'm doing a roam back just to see, is everybody going to be starting on this? What's going on? What's happening? Also, you can notice one thing. There was a lot of points here with the Sivir gone. I could have been pushing the minions with my abilities or autos. Don't. It wasn't going to crash. If it crashes, it's going to rebound. We don't want that. But it wasn't going to, so fuck it. So pop the shield, get a little bit of the burn damage down. It's not much. It's 22 burn. It's not a lot right now. It's fine. He doesn't exactly have health. Like 914 health. He does not have a lot. I got 200 health on. Gotta dodge out. Let that hit. Dodge out. Get a little bit more burn down. All form. And just pop them both. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. I am ferociously ahead. And none of them have been itemizing into MR. So we're going to get ourselves a very free tower. Ivern has not really had any lane presence. He hasn't really done anything. I know my Sivir was trying to give me shit for killing them, and I'm like, they died in my ult. Like, this is what it is. Like, this happens. And again, I am, even though I am 7-0-2, I am 2 levels down. Because it's more important for me to give solo XP to my Sivir to make sure that she can constantly be not getting bullied. She is basically an entire item up because of that over this Yasuo. She's got finished Gale Force and Zerkers and Crit Cloak. He's got Zerkers. And this. He's got nothing. So now we're kind of chasing into the Zed. I'm here just to help out the Ahri, because she is not having a good lane. Like, at all. Like, she can't seem to farm. Ahri's kind of weird to farm with. Her last hits, like, she has no AD, so she just doesn't fucking hurt. But if you look at the Yas, and if you look at the Zyra, they have no MR, just armor only. So it's not awesome. We're just trying to push this off a little bit. I am nervous about the Zed. I am worth a lot of gold. I have 1,000 gold if I die. So I'm a little cautious with Zed. So like I said, next item would have been the zombies. We are up just about 7k at 15 minutes. It's 3 to 15. We've got only one turret, and they do pop the surrender boat. And you can't blame them. When your bot lane is 0-9-0 versus a 10-0-9 bot lane, you're out of the game and you're not getting in. Nunu is simply going to out-gank at all phases of the game into this Ivern. Like, God bless Ivern. He's a really cool concept champ. He's a lot of fun. His shield uptime is absolutely insane. What he can do to the Rengar to get him going is nuts, right? The issue is, because Yas fell this far behind, there is no ranged kill on the blue team. They have one magic damage source, which means that for the Nunu, he just has to keep stacking armor, and he's not going to die. Zonya's is going to be worth so much to me. Like, what are you going to do? So, blue side has, because they've got no range, and they've got no AP mid, they don't have any wave clear to defend against sieges, which means that we don't even need Baron to actually push down towers if we air them. We've got Kale, we've got an Ari, we got a Sivir, we got me. We got a lot of ranged autos with insane amounts of CC and pick potential. If anybody gets hit with any kind of CC, I can pull them into us. Kale's got the heals. Nunu's got the giant knock-up, slow-down death ball fights. Ari's got the charms to lock somebody out. And Sivir's wave pushing ability is absolutely monstrous. So really, if they didn't FF at 15, I'd wonder what the hell they were thinking. It's not winnable. If I was on blue side, I would have spammed FF 15 as well. So that was this game. This was kind of an example of like sort of how I play Swain and lane. This game worked out pretty good. The game after this one worked out just as well. Really, it's matchup specific. If you go into a Pike or a Leona, oh, you're going to have a bad fucking time. Like, you're going to have a really bad time. Because you don't have any disengage. And you're playing a very scary game with Swain support. Because you are not a tank. And you're and you don't have a lot of protection for your ADC. You're there to set up plays. And to punish dives with your ult. You're there for that. And mostly your W to do scouting on objectives as an extra Scryer's Orb, blue trinket, right? The reason I took, that I wanted to take Swain is because our jungler set was hovering Nunu. Cool, that means we got a tank. I feel good about this. If he would have taken, say, a Kha'Zix, I would not have locked in Swain. I would have taken Nautilus, I would have taken Blitzcrank, I would have taken something that can take a punch. I don't play Leona myself. Or Set, right? Something that can take a hit. You don't want to pick a squishy support when you have no front line. Because you're going to get engaged on and you won't be able to shoot. Alright, so that was me. Just doing a little bit of a quick talk. Yeah, I may have stolen some kills. Thankfully, I really did not, in lane, when we were laning, take any CS. I think I took 1 CS out of all of that. That's what you want to do. Like, I wasn't pushing the wave. I was not trying to crash it, because you can't, or support. And you don't even want to, hurt the wave to keep it from crashing into your tower. You want to do what's called pulling the wave, which is where you start taking the aggro from about here, and you just stand and let the minions beat the shit out of you until your minions come up to about here, and then you let them hit just out of tower range. If the tower starts firing, it's going to push your wave, and it's going to bounce over into here, and then your opponent can set up a freeze, which is going to make you have to very dangerously overextend. And if you try and get into trade on them, they've got a tower to fall back to safely. As long as they keep it out from the minions, it means that if you ever get close enough, the turret's going to automatically start attacking you instead. And because the turret is not taking the minions, you don't have to worry about how you're last hitting them, so you can zone your opponents. So don't, ever, as a fucking support, be taking the CS if your laner's not there. Just as your laner's gone doesn't mean you can take the CS. Leave it the fuck alone. Leave it for them. It's not good on you. It's good on them. Don't take it. Right? Alright, so that's been me. Hope you enjoyed this. If you haven't, fuck off. I'll do a different video. Maybe I'll bitch more. I don't fucking know. Anyways, peace, y'all. Hope you have a good one.